Okay, here we go. All right, so I just hit the button, so we should be live. So, hey everybody, how you guys doing? I'm here tonight with we have Natalie Willison. Natalie, where are you calling in from?
Lehi, Utah.
Awesome. And Jamie Otwell. Jamie, where are you now? Are you back home or are you traveling?
I'm back home, back in Riverside, SoCal.
Okay, perfect. So we wanted to talk tonight just about some of the takeaways from the global convention that happened last weekend. And so Jamie made a big commitment along with her sister, Kristen. They traveled a long way to be there for the event and, paid quite a bit for a ticket and made a commitment. I know you guys missed work, you missed family and kids and, paid for a place to stay, paid for your travel. I know you booked a flight to come out here. And I know Natalie, also made a big commitment of her time to be there on Saturday and to be able to really learn from the top leaders around the world. And so I want to start off with you, Jamie, and just have you share some of your takeaways from the Nu Skin portion of it, because we had the Nu Skin Live Global Convention. That was essentially Wednesday through Friday. So we had Maroon 5, we had Hans Zimmer, there was tons of recognition, new products that are going to be launched, new compensation plan changes. But I want to just hear from you, Jamie. What was your takeaways? Because you were there for that piece just put on by Nu Skin, and then Natalie was there for the piece put on by the distributors on Saturday. So why don't you just take a few minutes? And Jamie is a new executive, by the way. So she's been crushing it and working hard. She's come to Team Lit University last month, Global Convention this month, making no excuses, traveling out from California both times. So why don't you take a few minutes and just share some of your takeaways, Jamie?
Okay. So for me, I would definitely say coming to the events have been pretty much a game changer. Before, like when I first started, the typical like, oh, make some extra money here and there kind of thing. But once I kind of saw the bigger picture with the compensation plan and everything, I realized that it could actually be much more. Um, So I definitely think that going to the TEUs every month, third weekend out of the month, and even making it to the live conventions twice a year is definitely beneficial. Not only is it educational, but it's also inspirational to be surrounded with, other like-minded people. I mean, 15,000 people that have the same vision as you is pretty surreal. So that was pretty amazing to be there for that. Another takeaway that I got from the live was Perry Walker. To me, she truly is an inspiration. Watching her go on there and kind of explain her story, I feel like would definitely benefit not only people that are doing really well with the business, but also for the people that, are kind of struggling a little bit and, are trying to still find their way with the company. To know that, she had only 300 friends on her Facebook, and then she didn't have an Instagram on top of that. And 2 years later, she's in the $1 million club. Like, that's amazing. Some of the takeaways I got from her were, to talk to 10 new people a day. You want to try and expand your friend list. And if you deal with that negativity and that rejection, you kind of just got to push through it, ignore it. Like, you're always going to get rejected, but there's always going to be people who are interested as well. What else did I take away? The Lumi Spa. That is going to be an amazing product, a definite like good price point, not only for distributors at the wholesale, but for retail too. I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt for not getting the promo code that I had with my ticket to get the Lumi Spa that comes with 3 months supply of cleanser and also the 3 heads and the device. But Nick, I'm gonna take you up on that offer before Thursday. For
Okay,
sure. Deal. So I think that's gonna be really good. Like the demo that I saw was amazing to see how well it cleansed without like truly breaking the skin is gonna be awesome. Like me as an esthetician, knowing how well it's gonna be and safe and effective, I'm looking forward to that product. Let's see. the store app, the Nu Skin My Store app, I think will be great. Like, I love it. I love the idea of having that link that we can just give our customers, and as distributors, we have less footwork to put in. We don't have to worry about the packaging. We don't have to worry about shipping out. We could just send them that link and we still get that retail profit, the daily commission for it. I think as a distributor and an executive, that's going to really help us to focus more on our referral post along with our recruiting post, because we're not worried about all of that extra footwork with the packaging and shipping off ourselves. Powerlets is coming out. I'm excited for that. I think that's going to be huge, especially right before Christmas. 12 new colors launching November 27th. It's going to be great for stocking stuffers, gifts, everything. So I'm really excited for everything that the company has to offer right now.
Awesome. Thanks, Jamie. So, a couple of thoughts on what you said, because you started out basically sharing that leaders are born at events.
Yes.
And so it's interesting because I can see the volumes in my team. And so of everybody who's in my team, I can see how much volume they and their teams are doing this month. And, it's pretty interesting that the people that are coming to events have the highest volumes, right? And are doing the best and continuing to progress and grow their business and reach the goals that they have. Whereas, even if people have done well in the past, if they don't continue to come to events and show up and be consistent, then, then they kind of seem to slowly, either you're growing or you're dying, right? There's no just kind of like maintaining. It's either growth or decay. And so it's just so interesting that the people that actually grow their business and have success are the ones that continue to show up day in, day out. It does take some sacrifices, and you've been a great example of making those sacrifices to come to events. And it shows that you're serious about the business, so it makes us want to invest more time into helping you reach your goals that you have. And I love what you said about the My Store app. So that's going to be rolled out little by little all across the world. And just think about it. That's going to allow you to be able to send a link to someone anywhere in the world to buy a product from you. And you're going to get the retail profit within a couple of days, and you're going to get the volume for it to be paid now on a weekly basis, getting paid commissions with the new comp plan. And so it really just breaks down all the barriers and borders and allows you to, just like our compensation plan is the same everywhere, it's a seamless global plan, you can now have a business platform to sell products that are going to, where you can just anywhere in any of the 54 countries that we're in, you can just easily send a link and sell a product and build your business. So it's exciting. So let's go over to Natalie. So thanks for sharing, Jamie. Let's go over to Natalie. So Natalie, you came to the Nu Skin. So it was the OTG. That's One Team Global. That's really just the distributor team that we work with, and they put on an incredible event. They had people from all different markets around the world. Perry Walker from the UK trained on Instagram, how to use that. We had leaders from Argentina, from Europe, from the UK, from, all over the place, Vietnam, New Zealand, people that are bringing together all the best practices from all around the world and teaching you step by step what they're doing, and people that have just had incredible success and just, smash different benchmarks in the time it takes to reach, high levels of leadership and income in our business. And it's really people at a higher level. It really elevates you to a higher level when you surround yourself by people. And I'll share some of my takeaways at the end, so I'm getting a little excited. But let's jump over to you, Natalie, and just share some of your takeaways from Saturday.
Yeah, it was awesome. So I really loved what Sol said. She was the young lady from Argentina, and I loved how she talked about basically that the people that are buying from you, the people that are following you, they're interested in you. And so it's really important that your Facebook page shows who you are. A lot of people are leery to put things public. They're leery to add people that they don't know. As I've been doing this, so I started like end of May, I want to say. And since I've been doing this, I've I decided to make everything on my profile public. And so it's kind of funny because I'm seeing more and more people that I don't know like my stuff and interact with my stuff. And so just going along the lines of what Soul said, like they're going to follow you because of who you are. They're going to buy from you because of who you are. So if you're just putting business posts up and you're waiting 12 hours and it's time to post your other business post and you go ahead and post that and you're not putting anything in between, then it's going to look spammy. It's going to look like you kind of just have like this random business account that you're just posting stuff on. And people don't really want to interact with that. They want to buy something because of the lifestyle. They typically want to see, happy people that are upbeat, that are driven, that are motivated, that are positive. And if they can see that on your page and they see that you are in loving relationships, or you have a good circle of friends and you have close family, and they can see what things are important to you, then they're going to be way more likely to gravitate towards you and to want to buy the products that you're using, that you're recommending, as well as join your team and be trained by you, because that trust will be there. They'll see things on your page and they'll be able to kind of surmise who you are, what you're about, what you do. So I really loved what she said, and it resonated with me. And then Perry Walker, of course, everyone loves her. When she talked about Instagram, it made me realize that I really need to kick things up with Instagram. So lately, I've been actually noticing that I'm having a lot more followers, which is great. So I'm trying to really build my page. And she talked a lot about basically the ins and outs of Instagram, what you can do, some tricks. For me, for a long time, I tried to do some tricks that I had heard about through some other social influencers, and they worked to a certain extent, but they weren't working really well. So what's worked for me lately is I will go and I'll follow people that have a huge following. And then once I get to their page and I see there's like a little arrow after you click follow, there's an arrow next to that. So you click that and it drops down a bunch of other people that you should follow. And so I'll just go and I'll follow all of them. And I've been getting, like, I'll go and I'll do that and I'll walk away and I'll come back a couple hours later and I've got like 25 new followers. And then I'll repeat it. So all the people that followed me, I'll follow them back, because a lot of people will unfollow you if you don't follow them back. So I'll follow them back, and then I will go and do the same thing. I'll look for someone that had followed me that has a lot of followers, and I'll just repeat that. So that's a trick that I've learned, and I've been applying that a lot especially the past couple days since going to the wrap up. And I think it is really important that we take advantage of Instagram and just what an amazing tool it is, that, we've had so much success with Facebook that we really do need to kind of replicate that and bring it over to Instagram. So I really appreciated Perry's remarks, and when she brought the other girl on stage. Was her name Blue, Nick? I think her name was Blue.
Soul Bria? Which girl?
No, Perry's friend that she brought on. She's also.
Her name is like Tayla. Tayla Blue.
Yes, thank you. So Tayla, she's been doing it for like 3.5 months and is just killing it. And Instagram
diamond in 3.5 months.
Yeah, crazy. Instagram is just such a powerful tool that we should be tapping into. Then the last takeaway that I want to share is Nathan Ricks at the end. When he, I thought it was funny that he got down. He didn't stand on the stage. He stood down on the floor where we all were. And I don't know. I thought that was cool that he did that, because, he kind of came down on our level, I guess you can say. And he talked about how, he wants to shake some people that have had this opportunity and have walked away from it, because he said, this came to you by accident, by sheer accident. This opportunity came your way. It's a free opportunity and you're walking away from it. He just wants to shake them and let them know, help them to see the vision of what this is and what this can do for them. And, he just talked about just how big this is and how, yeah, like even Team Elites and Blue Diamonds that have walked away and they've they're, basically left more room for us, I guess, to grow. And he's just so powerful all the time. Whenever he talks, I just love hearing what he has to say. And just, he really does let us know that, this is something that is a gift. And so he was saying that, some people complain about how they don't hear from their sponsor or their upline, like, oh, they never call me or I never hear from them. And he's like, in not so many words, he said, like, they don't have to call you, they gave you the biggest gift that you will ever receive. And if that's the only thing that they ever do for you, then you should be thankful, beyond thankful, that they brought this your way and they shared this opportunity with you and gave you this gift to have financial freedom and to be your own boss and to not build someone else's dream, but to build your dream and to retire young and just do whatever you want to do. So I loved what he had to say. And just to wrap up overall, there's so much more I can say about everyone that got on stage and talked, because there's so many great takeaways, but that's what I'm going to share tonight. So.
Awesome. Thank you, Natalie. So I'm just going to share just a couple of things on top of what you said. Was you talked about how people want to know you, right? And so Mariana, I'm forgetting her last name, but she has spoken some at Team Elite University, and she talks about branding yourself on social media. And she said that when people like and know you, they trust you. And so she said, talking about how do you get a better response rate of people actually responding to your messages and buying things from you is one, that they like you, and two is that they know you by you being active on social media, being consistent, and more than anything, a recurring theme from all these top people that are crushing it with social media is to be authentic, be yourself. You don't have to be Perry Walker, you don't have to be Nathan Ricks, you don't have to be Stoll Bria. Be yourself, but be the best version of you. And so just another takeaway for me was when we went to the recognition and saw all of the new millionaires in Nu Skin, it was like 250 people that are new millionaires over just the last 2 years. And so, it was like a 30-minute long thing of these people walking out on stage, walking across, and being recognized for having earned their first $1 million in the business. And it was like, it took forever for them to walk through. And by the end of it, it's like, holy crap, it's like, if that many people can do it, so can I, and so can you. And so it's just the only difference between them and us is that they've made a sacrifice, and they put in the time, they put in the hours, they've done the presentations, they've made the calls, and they've taken the daily consistent action to be successful. So there's always going to be ups and downs and challenges in your business. But my last thing I want to share is that Blake Tillotson, he talked on Saturday, and he has a slide. I took a snapshot of it. I actually watched the recording because I couldn't be there in person. And so Blake just said, it's hard, ... so what? And he says, what's even harder is renting your life away to somebody else for the next 40 years and never having the freedom to do what you want to do every day and have control of your life. And so he just said, don't worry about being the best, but be the best version of you. He said the reward matches the sacrifice. So this business can be hard, right? People quit, you get rejection, and that's just how it is. But he said, of course it's hard. It's freedom. People have died for freedom. He said, we don't want it to be easy. We want it to be hard. If it were easy, we'd be going to Reno, Nevada on a success trip instead of going to South Africa, right? And so, you're going to have to pay a price if you want freedom. If you want to be earning, $50,000 plus as a Team Elite, as the average income, and being able to have that life of freedom. How many people have that in this world? Hardly any, but everybody can if you're willing to make that sacrifice and be consistent, show up every day, work on your mindset, work on your belief, make a decision to be in 100%, and work hard at it every single day. And so I think that's just what we want to finish off with. And I just want you guys to know I'm so proud of you for all the sacrifices you have made, right? Like it says here, the reward matches the sacrifice. And there's going to be challenges in this business that's going to challenge your level of commitment of how bad you really want to be successful at this or not. And, you know, in the end, the reward, the best reward is going to be the person that you become in the process. And so, you know, as Blake Tillerson said, put on your bulletproof vest, go out there with full faith and confidence, knowing that you'll be successful. And, you know, if you can really project some vision and some certainty and some enthusiasm and passion for what you do, then you're going to find people that want to go with you on this journey. So anyway, with that, I think we'll finish it up. Thank you guys for being on. Love you all, and have a good night.
Good night.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.